I use them for smuggling. I never thought I'd be smuggling myself in them. This is ridiculous. Even if I could take off, I'd never get past the tractor beam. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are with another episode, and this one is going to be lots of fun. Well, we're going to finish up our stuff that we're doing here. So I did a little test. I had a couple different browns, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, so on this one here, I just used shading, and although it's not bad, but I'm going to come back with some brown and really kind of darken this up a bit. So we're going to do that. So that's, I wanted to figure out between the red brown and this brown here, which is leather. And this, you might remember, if you've been watching from the beginning, I used this quite a bit in the beginning. But I settled on the red brown, and you can see the two different colors. So this is the leather color, and you can see where it's kind of a little darker, and I was trying to go light because it's going to be kind of dry brushed. And this is the red brown there, so it's a bit darker, and I like that. So, and then another thing I'm going to use this time is smoke, because this one here, I'm going to show you a picture, and you can see where this one seems like there's a bit of the smoke, or it's a bit darker through there, and then this part is painted again. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hand paint it, and I will hand paint it with um, this, which is that same color, that light gray that comes out really close to this, but I'm going to come back and hand paint that there, just to make sure that this gets done. So we're going to do that when we get to that point. But so what I want to do is get the smoke mixed in, and we're going to do the smoke first since um, since I need to paint over the top of it, so I want it to dry. So yeah, we're going to do that real quick, and then we will get into adding some rust and that kind of stuff, and then we'll finish up by using the airbrush on those parts that stick out between the mandibles. So we'll do that at the end here. So let's go ahead and get started and see how this goes. So there is that. I'm going to go wash this brush real quick. You know, even though I just washed this brush, I'm going to use just a little bit more. Reason being is because there's just a couple little spots right here that I want to add. All right, there is that. I'm going to go wash these two brushes, and then we'll come back and we're going to apply the brown, and then after that we can get into some rust. So let's do that. Just have a look here. So you can kind of see, that line, right, where it definitely is a distinct line between all the dirt and stuff to that. Now, if you remember, the smoke comes out really shiny, and so I'm not concerned with that, but I like how it darkened it up a bit, and then kind of that flows into this one as well. So those two kind of go together. Well, not kind of, they do go together. So there's that. All right. Now, so this one's going to have a couple of things. So this one, these two spots go together. These two black spots, right? So those two black spots go together, so I need to really kind of get those together. However, we're going to do this brown real quick. So there's that. I'm going to come back with a little bit of this clear brown, particularly for like some of these spots where I'm looking here and it's supposed to be maybe not quite that dark, but I'm just going to, maybe this will help soften it up a little bit. I don't know. We're going to find out. We're just playing around with it right now. It's not really going to soften it up, but I think it's going to even it out, is really probably what it's going to do, which is fine. We'll even it out a little bit. There we go. Add a little bit up in here, particularly there. All right. There is that. So this, we need to come back with the black. I want to use the same black that I used before. These two go together. And what I'm going to do, so we can't prop this one up. So they'll be close to about the same. All right, there's that. I was just looking, and there's a lot of shading over here, so we're going to take this other brush. gonna have to be enough for that. And then now we can go to some rust, I think. I think we'll be good for that. So I've got a couple brushes I gotta go wash. Then we'll come back and we'll get the rust out. Get the rust out. We're gonna go with the orange rust. That really works well with what we've got going on here. I probably should let a lot of these dry before I come back with any rust. Okay, so I did a little bit of stuff off camera, and I don't know if you can tell, but so I took away some of the brown here, added more of the smoke, took away some of the brown up here, added smoke there, added some smoke in here, darkened these couple spots with some smoke, and I think that'll come out a lot better. Also here, I added some of the smoke there to darken that up. It's supposed to be more of a dark, like a grayish color. So, and I had done brown, so I just kind of darkened it up a little bit with a little bit of the smoke. So that one is done. I also touched up the end of this. So this will go through here, and it needed to be a bit darker. So I darkened that up a little bit. The question will be whether or not, if I can find it, let me bring up the picture. Yeah, so the rest of it isn't going to be very dark. So this one's, it's going to kind of stand out a little bit, at least from what I'm seeing in the image. So, yeah, so that's done. So these are the ones that we're going to be doing our rust on. Don't need that tape. Everything should be dry. This one might be a little bit damp, but the good thing is the smoke dries pretty quick. Let's get ourselves some tape down here and let's get some rust applied. Now the question is, I'll be lucky if I can find it. Yeah, so we have some yellow ochre. Might be a couple spots where I can use this yellow ochre instead of the rust, and you can see the difference there. So the yellow ochre is a lot more subtle. So we'll see if there's any opportunities for that as we're going. But we're going to start off with the rust, and I think we'll start off here because this spot only has one little area. Let me just shake this a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's it. That's all for the rust. No other rust anywhere else that we have to worry about. We may add, let's just add, so this one here, I did brown, but we're going to add just a smidge of rust color in there as well. That would be nice. Okay, there we go. So I will wash this brush, and then we're going to shift over to the airbrush, and we're going to do the two parts between the mandible. All right, we'll see you over there. Okay, first thing I need to do is I'm going to mask off the mandibles because I do not want any of the paint, not that I'm going to be doing a lot of paint, but I don't want any of the paint to mess up any of the weathering that I did through there. So I thought, hey, why not use plastic bags because I really don't want to put tape on either. Like not directly on the paint, because I'm afraid that the tape will peel the paint off. So we're going to try this. Let's see if we can't do this. And with any luck, that will hold it. We'll get the other side. Be very careful. It's very front heavy. I could put some weight in the back. I'll put this can of primer back here for some additional weight. It needs it. Alright, so we're masked off. We're good to go. So I've also got a flashlight here so I can kind of see what I'm doing. So you get an idea of how close I am. Okay, so first one I'm going to do is on this side. Like that. Then we're going to have one. Let's come over here. One there. So you can kind of see that little streak. And this last one is going to be a little bit more difficult. Oops. It's going to be a little bit more difficult because it kind of runs down like that. There we go. These look like that was a bit darker in there, so we'll just add that. That is it. All right, I'm going to clean this airbrush and we'll meet back over the other side and see how everything turned out. We have everything done for this issue. The only thing I haven't done was attach all these and, attach the two top and bottom together, then attach all these. There's going to be plenty of time for that. I'm going to wait and do that basically when I know I have to do it. So let's just have a look. So this is the one that goes in between the mandibles. And I just wanted it to look dirty, and it does a good job of that. Make sure that wasn't blurry. And this is going right next to where the cockpit comes in. This is round spot for the cockpit. So I had a little bit of the stuff ran over there. Probably shouldn't be there, but I'm not going to mess with it. It's going to be good enough. So there's that. Then we have this piece, which goes along with that piece. So those go together pretty well, yeah. So there we go. And then these two pieces will go together. Something like that. Yeah, like that. So those go together. So it looks pretty good. The whole hard part is making sure that they blend together well. And so, yeah, so there is those. Let me show you again real quick what we just got done painting. Yeah, so that's everything for issue 94. It's just, we, um, we got those parts, didn't do anything with them. I have a feeling we're going to do those next time. So the only thing I haven't done is attach this switch. The switch will get attached here with this button in there, and then that allows you to actually turn on and off the whole, basically the circuit board is what it turns on and off. You leave the batteries on, and then you just turn it on, the circuit board on and off from there. But it would just be a matter of attaching the two together and then doing that. But next time, I'm fairly confident we'll be working on at least one of these. We have both of these sections for the right and left. There might be a challenge on figuring out how I'm going to attach those, but we'll get that figured out just like we always do. I want to thank you all for watching, and may the force be with you always.